Hi, I'm Miss Anna.
Hey guys, I am Miss Nicole.
Well, we're making dinner
Again. Let's see, what
with
did
the
we make?
leftover meatballs from last night.
Right, last night we made meatballs, turkey meatballs and spaghetti. There's our oven warming up. And so we're gonna talk about how we're gonna repurpose our leftovers. We made a whole bunch of meatballs and we even had enough to freeze, but yesterday we had so many leftovers, we're gonna talk about what we're doing. So I'm gonna let Miss Anna start on that. I'm gonna take my meatballs out.
From last
We
night?
may or may not eat the
Look at
spaghetti.
that.
We'll see. I'm going to take the meatballs out. I'm going to start warming them up in the pan, and Miss Anna is going to talk about what we're doing next.
Okay, so we're gonna start with our loaf of bread. Now tonight we have 4 people eating, so I'm gonna cut it in half and then in half to even it out for everybody. So I'm gonna do that first, then I will cut it down the middle. And
What are we
then I will
making?
show you what I'm adding. We are making garlic bread with the turkey meatballs with some sauce on it and cheese on the top.
I gotta get our sauce out. Yeah,
Yes.
meatball
So-
grinders. When we are not
Meatball
going,
grinders is what it's called.
we are not going terribly homemade tonight. We are going from the jar.
Well, we would go homemade, but when you go to the store, you can't find all the ingredients. So that's the hard part.
I don't know about her, but sometimes I'm just fine pulling it out of a jar because life is crazy busy. Like right now, we're home all the time because we're not working. So we
We got lots of time on
got
our
lots
hands.
of time in our hands because, like I said, I normally would not be cooking dinner, but today I'm just going from a jar. That's all I'm doing.
So usually when I cut the bread, I actually get out a measuring.
Don't listen to her. She's so OCD.
Because I like to have everyone have the exact piece for their sandwich. But tonight I'm just gonna guess. So there's cut
I
one.
don't believe for a second that she measures her bread. She crazy.
I do.
I do believe you.
Now look at this is the reason why, because now someone's gonna have a little bit bigger sandwich than the other, and which is unfair. So maybe we'll make. Oh, it's fair. So I am very crazy about having everything even.
She's very OCD. Difficult being her friend. I thought I was OCD. She crazy.
Oh,
I'm using
love it though.
olive oil in the pan. Reheat those meatballs. Get my pan nice and warm.
Just so you know, yesterday the meatballs were so good.
Yeah, we realized we
Oh.
didn't take a picture of like after so we could show you what they looked like, but
Delicious. I actually started out with 2 meatballs and I had to go for a third because I thought it was really, really, really good.
I'm gonna
Excited,
start buttering.
okay, excited about, I didn't cut it all the way through, I just did that. That's okay?
Yep.
All right. So,
This is
and then yesterday the noodles, even though it was just butter, garlic,
I got my
Look
spreader.
at
Check the
that.
spreader out. This is the spreader of all spreaders. This one day I splurged. This boy from my church was selling Cutco knives, and I had to have some of these knives he was selling. And I do like a Cutco knife, so this was one of my favorite purchases, my spreader. I'm sorry I totally sidetracked us.
it's okay because I'm left-handed, so a lot of things I can't cut unless I have left-handed.
Oh,
knives.
there's Gus. Gus
Which
wants
they
to,
usually do, they do make them,
Gus wants to join us.
but I don't have them available for me right now, so.
All right, I'm gonna pass this on to you, Miss Anna.
All right, so our next
You
step
can do that
after
part.
the butter, we are,
Oh, where's our seasoning?
it's right here, we have some seasoning that we're gonna use tonight.
What are we using?
This is from Pampered Chef, and it's the Parmesan garlic, Parmesan. What is
I got old eyes. Parmesan. Oh, she's reading the Italian one. You'd think the Italian would be able to read the Italian one.
Right?
In
It's
English,
like-
it says Parmesan garlic. In Italian, it says Parmigiano con aglio. That means Parmesan and garlic.
Now, if I said it, my accent would have been a little bit better, but that's okay.
She
We'll let it
cracking on my
slide.
Italian accent? I'm only 50% Italian.
I'm 100, so you would think I know how to say this right.
My dog, he just wants this food. He thinks it's for
Oh
him.
yeah, he's ready to eat. We're hungry.
This is a whole new thing for
So
us.
what we're gonna do is we're just pouring this on top of here.
Little man, you need
When
to
we're
go.
done, we're gonna put some cheese on it. We're gonna put it in the oven to get a little bit toasted. Then we'll bring it back out. And and that's when we'll show you about the meatballs and everything else we add to it. Yes,
Here's
we're
the loud
actually,
dog. This loud dog, his name is Gus.
we're
He's
actually
our
doing
newest.
this for fun.
He's got to go. He's not part of our video. Bye, Mr. Gus.
There's a couple other dogs here too, but
a couple.
they're quiet, so it's all good. But yes, this is the first time. Yesterday and today's our first time trying all this fun stuff out, and we're hoping that everybody
Washing our hands.
enjoying our fun cooking.
Yeah, we kind of just decided to document our time here.
It's rough work.
When Miss Anna is teaching at the dancing studio, she often stays by my house because she's currently living further away than she used to. And so we've been doing work for the studio, so she's been out here, and so we're like, what are we gonna do with our time? So we just started cooking, and then we're like, why not document what we're doing? Because it might be a long time before we, oops, I didn't butter this one. I didn't butter that one either.
Oh, well, they already have seasoning on there. I thought you buttered it.
We might,
Where's my towel? Oh, there it is.
might be a long time before we get to cooking stuff again. So we just decided we were gonna make a video documentary of our adventures.
Yeah.
The adventures of Anna and Nicole.
Just for fun. I think we got nothing better to do.
All right, you might wanna add a little more to that one.
Alrighty.
At some point, you may see some random teenagers pop into my life. Those would be my children. They are stuck home with nothing to do, and I'm the evil mom who won't let them leave the house.
But it is teenagers, so a little rough to just let them wander right now. Not really a good time for anybody to be out
No,
in the cold. Hopefully it will warm up
we were
soon.
trying to think about a name for our video diary. We came up with all these different names. We were gonna call it Cooking Through Corona. We were gonna call it the Corona Chronicles, but we didn't want to come across like we were making a joke of what is happening in our society today. So we didn't do that. We decided to name it Due Pazze Ragazze Italiane. Because that's two crazy Italian girls. That's us, right?
And that is us.
Yeah, so that's the name of our little video documentary of what we are going through and how we are spending our time in the days of social distancing.
And actually, I'm enjoying it because I usually don't like cooking, but it's kind of fun.
I'm gonna put extra butter on here because who doesn't love extra butter?
Oh, I love extra butter.
Feel free to add extra seasoning. I know I think I said not to do too much, but you know what?
It's
I
just,
don't know that you can ever have too much garlic.
oh, and being Italian, oh my goodness.
Hey, we don't have to worry about
Everything
vampires.
is garlic.
We don't have to worry about vampires.
That's right. I wanna-
Okay, I'm gonna stick these in the oven because we want these to get nice and toasty.
Yep. I will let Nicole bring the other two over because she's got it all
And then we're gonna
a
start,
certain way.
we gotta start warming up those meatballs.
So the turkey meatballs, I wasn't sure that I would like them because I'd rather have hamburger meat. And then also, we've never done it with the flour and,
If you didn't see our turkey meatball video, you should watch the turkey meatball video.
because then it had, you know, heavy cream, which I've never used before either.
All right, Miss Anna, I'm gonna
Yes.
give you something to get our sauce heated up. We don't need a ton.
Nope, we'll
I
just
would
do
say
like
just
a
put
little.
like, cause it's just you and I. Remember
Okay.
the girls won't eat red sauce.
Okay, before we do that, just so you know, because it is a jar sauce, and I don't eat jar sauce, but I am tonight, I'm gonna add a little bit of sugar because the sugar cuts the acid in the sauce.
I'm gonna hit that girl if she puts sugar in that sauce. I don't do sugar, but tell her. You put sugar in my
She
sauce.
won't even know
I'm
how
gonna
much
hit
it
that
is.
girl. Real Italians don't put sugar in their sauce. What is wrong with this woman?
She's wrong. We put sugar in our sauce.
Ooh, we got
I
a
have to get all my Italian friends together and they'll tell her.
I don't know what side of the country she came from, but we didn't put no sugar in our sauce.
We put sugar in our sauce. And let me tell you, it does cut down the acid in there. And sometimes some older people can't eat the sauce because it bothers their stomach. from the acid. But if you add the sugar, since it cuts it down, it helps them enjoy sauce again. So Miss Nicole right now is cooking our meatballs to heat them up.
And all I have to do is just really bring them to temperature because we already cooked them yesterday.
Yes. And yesterday, if you weren't there, remember we browned them on the stove and then we put them in the oven, which we made sure we're done before we had. So
These dogs are here, they think that we're getting
I
something.
know they always think they are gonna get our table food, but there's never enough to share for dogs. Because Miss Nicole doesn't like them to eat table food, and that's okay.
No, I don't feed them table
She
food.
keeps them healthy.
This is an onion and garlic sauce. I
Yeah,
might hit her.
something different.
I might hit her with that sugar. We go ahead and talk about that
See, I
sugar.
told you she might want a little bit,
We're gonna put this away for next time. No, I don't really want the sugar in my sauce.
but you might have to. Okay, so the butter's away. And I am so anal clean that I clean up as I cook and do everything.
We're gonna
because
keep
it
these
drives
out.
me nuts.
I'm gonna put this away. Pretty soon the bread's gonna come out. We're gonna put the meatballs on the sandwiches. And then we'll put some cheese on there and get them back in the oven nice and warm.
We'll get this all open. Miss Nicole shops at Aldi's, gets the stuff at Aldi's. And
This is my favorite store.
Aldi's was always her favorite store. So I've never shopped at Aldi's until I met Miss Nicole. And I need scissors to cut this bag open because I'm not doing such a great job. Wait, maybe I can get it.
I was gonna say, there's a little tear tab.
I see that now. On one side, the other side.
Bread is almost done.
That's why I'm having a hard time. So I'll be right back while Miss Nicole watch her cook. I'm gonna grab some scissors.
We're sauteing the meatballs here. I got hungry
So,
kids in the basement.
I've been washing my hands so much that my hands are so raw
Got our plates.
that I'm actually using honey lotion to calm them down a little bit.
What else do we need? Plates.
We need
and
napkins, there's the cheese. We don't need forks tonight.
No, because we're just having
Something simple.
grinders. It's a simple dinner night. Plates, napkins. We gotta get something to drink. What else do we need?
Oh, I like your glasses. Look at that.
Glasses.
They're fancy. Let's see.
Almost done with the
So
bread.
far, so good.
Check on that bread. How's that bread going?
Oh, that's a good idea.
Good work.
Oh, we're almost there.
Almost ready to build these grinders. And I put my oven on broil so the bread would get nice and toasty. And then when we put the meatballs on there, and then the cheese will get nice and brown. I think when we put them on the bread, we're gonna put the meatballs down and some cheese down. And then put them back in there and let it melt and get nice and brown.
I'm excited.
This is just gonna be for Anna and I. Another reason why I haven't made homemade sauce in a long time. Because it's not hard work, but nobody appreciates the sauce in our house.
Now my kids would love for me to make sauce if I did it every night. Because we are huge on eating Italian
I think
food
maybe
all the time.
maybe we should do a sauce video, and then we could talk about all the different ways to use it and repurpose it and store it. Because my mom has some really cool ways to store sauce for the next time you need it.
Sounds good.
Where are you putting your sauce?
A little bit of this, a little bit of that. I actually go to the Italian store. It's on Southwest. I can't remember the
Southwest
crossroad.
Highway?
So what I do is I go there, and everything is Italian. A lot of homemade stuff, a lot of homemade bakery goods, and meats. Everything that you could think of is there. So I like going there and getting my cans of, smashed tomatoes or whatever I decide. And when I come home to make my sauce, I basically really put a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
I always put red wine in ours.
And then I put wine in mine, and I also put the sugar.
Sometimes I put whole green peppers in there for flavoring, but my family doesn't like them, so I leave them whole. Definitely a ton of fresh garlic. Yeah, we definitely should do a pasta sauce video.
Yes. And we can do it from scratch.
These meatballs are done. I'm waiting for the bread to
It
get
smells so good, just so you know.
toasty. In about 1 more minute, I'm gonna bring it out. And
It's gonna be a
then
good dinner.
we'll start building these grinders. There's so many things you can make grinders with.
I know
You could do
grinders are.
meatball, you could do a combination, meatball, Italian sausage. We don't have any Italian sausage, we're just repurposing those meatballs. You could do Italian beef. I call it a grinder just because you're baking it. You're making it nice and brown and toasty. I don't know what other people call them.
Yeah, I don't really, you just
All right, I'm gonna
garlic
pull
bread
this bread out.
meatballs. So, looks yummy.
Let me get a trivet.
Can't wait.
Bring this over here for Miss Anna to build.
Alrighty. Just don't tell anyone that the bread is uneven.
Nobody cares that her bread is uneven. Be careful because this pan is super hot. There's our nice toasty Italian bread. It's not super brown, but we got the butter melted. We got the garlic going.
Well, it's gonna go back in, so it will toast a little bit more.
I'm gonna bring the meatballs over
Alright.
and get one more trivet.
What I'm gonna do is just put the meatballs in the bread. Get our 2 cheeses out.
I gotta heat up this sauce. Not too hot, just a little bit.
And this is really just easy and
All right, here I
not
come.
that
Look at how nice
expensive.
those meatballs are. See it? Woo! I can't let them go because my dogs would love these meatballs. So,
So you will put that on, and I will add the sauce.
I want that one.
I have one of these two.
I don't care which one you have. Choose yours.
One of those two. I don't like the end. I don't like the end of the bread.
I love the end. That's a nocarella. Who
No,
doesn't
I
love
like
the
the
nocarella?
The middle. The middle is really good. So I call that one, it's got a hole in the bread too, where I can smash a meatball.
Okay.
Stop.
Timer off.
Oh, wrong one.
Yeah, you're dealing with the microwave and the stove there.
Yes.
Put this one here. Trying to
I
make these
think we're pretty good.
spread
It's
out
hot.
these
It's got some-
meatballs. This is another one.
And then I will pour some sauce on all, 2 of them.
Okay, don't go yet. I'm gonna split these meatballs in half for these kids.
Okay. And hopefully they
I
will eat
don't
it.
like mine super saucy. So
Neither
if
do I.
you could, yeah, I was gonna say,
I don't like a lot of sauce on mine.
just put a little bit on. I'm gonna kill her with that sugar. That sugar. got
I didn't
one-
use any sugar.
You're lying.
You could watch
All
the
of
video.
The whole universe saw you.
Yep. You could look on the video and
I
it
got
shows
one
I
oddball
pretend.
meat. I got one oddball meatball left, so I'm splitting it between the kids here.
Sounds good. So you want that one?
I want that one right
And I
there.
want that one.
Yep.
So 2 with sauce, 2 without.
I'm gonna get this out of the way.
Alright, so let's get this sauce going. I would put on yours what I would put on mine, because I don't like a lot.
You can put some a little bit on the meatballs.
There.
For
I
me,
think
anyways.
that's good.
Oh yeah, and
Look
then
good.
cheese. Who doesn't love cheese?
Love cheese. And we're out of the fresh stuff.
Oh yeah, yesterday we had
Ran
like
out.
fresh
Parmesan. and-
Parmesan. I'm gonna give this to Miss Anna because I totally forgot to ask my kids if they want cheese on their grinder.
Alright, so I will
I'm
just
pretty
go ahead
positive
and
they
put
do,
cheese
but I'll be
on.
back.
I like lots of cheese. I'm sure everybody does.
Well, you want mozzarella cheese on your sandwich?
So to me, extra cheese is always
You want
good.
mozzarella cheese on your sandwich?
We'll give her a little bit more.
Willow would like cheese.
Alright, so am I just picking the bread for her?
Yep.
And don't-
Cheyenne?
So another one with cheese with no sauce. That's a silly.
All right, both girls like cheese.
Alright, so no
I had to
sauce.
ask that question because they're picky. Sometimes they like melty cheese, sometimes they don't.
So no sauce, just cheese on 2
yeah,
of
be a
them.
little frugal girl. Put some more cheese on
I
there.
am. I even added more to yours.
This Italian don't know how to do cheese.
Oh, I'm adding. I just do a little at a time.
Okay, you gonna eat this year?
Yep.
Okay.
We'll eat this year. Doesn't take that long to heat this up. Another 5 minutes and we should be good.
We might not stay online till the end, but we're definitely gonna post a picture.
Definitely. When it is cooked.
Put some on those meatballs.
Yep. A little bit more,
Meatballs
and I
are
think
hot.
we're ready to put it in the oven.
I almost grabbed the tray.
Oh God, no. It's super hot.
Forgot it was in the oven. So I don't know if you can see how
When it comes out, then we'll go ahead and put the Parmesan
delicious
cheese
those
on
little
there.
grinders look. We're gonna put them in the oven. We're gonna melt that cheese. I've got it on broil. It should be pretty quick. We hope that you guys enjoyed our video and watching us cook and spending time with us while we have extra time at home because we normally don't. So, you ready to eat?
I'm ready to eat.
Good job, friend.
We will be back.